Just last week, we talked about the controversial plan to kind of upgrade the Postal Service's trucks. We've shown you what they look like. Here's a photo of the new trucks. It's they went in a direction, I will say that. Okay, that's not actually it, but you can see here the duck-billed postal truck that they're going to be putting out. Anyway, the appearance is not the important part. The important part is that they're going to be buying about 165,000 new trucks. Only about 10% of them will be electric. Some might be able to be converted to electric. No plan has been presented for when or how or at what cost they will do that. And with the AC running, it gets only like 0.4 mile per gallon more than the one that they used to use. And that's still less than 9 miles per gallon. But that's all baked in, that's all terrible. Here's a new detail of how intentionally terrible this is. According to its environmental review of the procurement of these new trucks, the new gas delivery trucks have a new curb weight of 5,560 pounds and a payload of 2,941 pounds for a combined vehicle weight of 8,501 pounds. That is almost double the weight of the current USPS delivery vehicle, the LLV. So what does that matter? Why would we care? I mean, sure, it's heavier, but what's the difference? It's not just heavier. It is exactly as heavy as it needs to be to screw everyone over, including the environment. So, generally speaking, cars have more stringent regulations than trucks, and so-called light-duty trucks, which are often what most people call SUVs, pickup trucks, minivans, have more stringent regulations than heavy-duty trucks. In other words, as you move up through these different classes of vehicles, you can pollute more and more. If the trucks, the new ones that are being built, were 0.01% lighter, they would have to probably, under the USPS's rules, be electrical to meet the proposed requirements. But they're not. They're a higher class, so they can pollute way more. So they are intentionally heavier so that they can then be worse for the environment. This is the loophole, David, that just frustrates me and so many people about the way the government works.
This is one of the most depressing things that I've heard, and I had to spend like hours going through Lauren Boebert tape earlier today. I mean,
that's true.
These trucks are ugly, right? I've seen them, in the toy store with my kids. He wants to get a postal truck, and I'm like, okay, it's sort of this new postal truck. I never knew that, only 10% were going to be electric. What's the point in having a design this bad if it's not electric? That's ridiculous. And oh, by the way, this was the whole reason that they got new postal trucks, was to be electric and to help environment and be part of the solution, not the problem. This is ridiculous.
Exactly. I say take Louis DeJoy, force him into early retirement, give him one of these painted gold as a going away present. He can drive that around to his heart's content. The rest of us need something more environmentally conscious. That should not be too much to ask.
Yeah, make him drive a rickshaw if you're around his retirement community and have it.
Fine, it's good exercise.
Yeah, something that forces him to think about it while he's huffing and puffing. This is an embarrassment. It's a shame. It's a colossal waste of money, and it goes to show just how corrupt the process is for government contracts at every level. It's the people who are most connected to their friends, the suppliers, the contractors. They're the ones who get the contracts, not the companies necessarily that are the best for the environment or the best for the greater good.
Or consumers, yeah. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.